people. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. The edited version of the video that you saw at the start of this is of a scoundrel, a Sketelina. There's a little boy involved, however, because of YouTube's policy, I could not show it. However, at the start, you saw this young lady with some sorts of big head spliff in her hand, and she was passing it to someone that was a little boy, looked like him about 5 or so, and she said, take this, put in her mouth, him take a little puff, and him cough, and then she proceeds to dancing. Now, people, here's the thing. Don't know who the father of this child is. Don't know who the mother of this girl is, Ketelina is. But they have failed. The parents have failed to bring up their child, and sometimes you bring them up good. However, when pickney bad, them just bad. As it pertains to the father, maybe he is just like her. Maybe he himself is some sorts of criminal element. Don't have any sorts of evidence to substantiate this. This speaks of a bigger problem in a Jamaica of pickney having pickney, and even worse. Adults with childlike tendency having pickney, so therefore the blind pretty much leading the blind. We are doomed with these menace to society in the future. So if you know this young lady in this picture, please call the relevant authority, the pickney advocacy group, and make them know, say, you know, say, the little scoundrel live here, so in the yard, she named XYZ. Call the relevant authority, because trust me, no child should be in the hands of parent like this with lack of parental guidance. And people, the sad thing is that this is not the worst thing we've seen. However, it just proves that, listen, if you're going to have a child, you are going to be the guardian or the parent. Don't do anything that is bad for the health of that child. And you introducing that child at age 5 or so to some sorts of big head spliff. What else would you do? Now, people, this is all because, and I don't want to blame people, because after you pass a certain age, you are responsible for your own deeds. But what this speaks about is the culture in Jamaica, in which these people, because of the social media era, they think that it is cool for them to do some sorts of off-the-wall, off-the-chain-ish, because that is probably what people like. People like controversy, drama. It is not good. It is not any sort of attraction to do anything normal or decent, anything positive nowadays. It is a negative stuff that gets all the likes, all the exposure. People, it is a sad state of affair in Jamaica, and this is a next perfect example. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called, you can take the Jamaican out of Jamaica, but you can't take the Jamaica out of a Jamaican. On or about the 14th or 15th of February 2024, I got an article about an incident that took place involving a Jamaican man. His name is Claude Rattigan. This is in Washington, D.C. It is said that that man conned up 3 officers. Did not get the detail at the time, so I said I am going to sit down on this information until I get more pertinent information. Thought that other persons would jump on it, but I realized the trend. If me not put it out, then them not know about it. So anyways, I got further information. It is said that on or about the 14th of February 2024, the P0L officers acting on some sorts of information. Apparently, the neighbors called the Humane Society and said that this man was neglecting his dogs. This was in January of 2024. They went to serve the warrants on or about the 14th of February. When they went through the door or to the door, it is said that Mr. Rattigan blazed up couple can, hitting at least 3 officers. At least 3 rounds was hit in these officers. It is said that they called for backup, them called for SWAT team. When the SWAT team came, this man barricaded himself in there. There was some sorts of standoff for at least 12 hours or so. He then surrendered peacefully. He then was locked up and he is going to get a whole bunch of time. Based on the information speaking about ICE Immigration Customs Enforcement, it is said that this man has an extensive criminal record dating back to 1995. It is said that he was charged for thievery, larceny, and also X amount of DRUGS charge. He was hustling up there. It is said that he was deported back in 2001. However, it seems as if him come back on some sorts of illegal document. Him come back through the Bahamas. However, he was here doing all sorts of BS. Now, like I said, the reason why the Popo came for him is because somebody filed some sorts of report with the Humane Society. These are the people that look out for the best interests of animals in America. Them treat it more seriously than people. When BLACK people get hurt or injured, them take them pet like them own family, especially WHITE people. Just about American pan a whole. However, it seems as if when the Popo came to issue this warrant, this man was probably getting high on his own supply. This man probably thought that, listen, them a come for me for my past. Them a come for me for some sorts of immigration infraction. So therefore, I don't want to go back to Jamaica. I would rather probably DIE or even go at the big yard in the US of A, America, than to go back to Jamaica. So therefore, he did what was going to give him permanent residency or citizenship, because the amount of charges that he is going to get is going to rack up with him getting permanency, permanent them call it in America. Now people, here's the thing and why it is so strange how this man got locked up. Neglect of dogs, neglect of his own animals. People don't understand that, listen, when you're there at Jamaica, you can't have Ringo or Blackie or Tiger out there. You can't feed them pan all sorts of leftover and bone. In America, you have to give them Yucanoba or some sorts of name brand food. You cannot leave them out there in the yard, in the cold, without any sorts of kennel, out any sorts of comfort. They are supposed to have access to the warmth during the winter season. Even worse, you cannot KICK them in the ribs and don't feed them, make them ribs are exposed. Your neighbors are always going to call the Popo and pretty much tell them what is going on, because like me say, them treat them animals like family. Family live in a house in a Jamaica, not quite so. So therefore, when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do. So this man, as a criminal, did not realize that this is the reason why he was going to get BUSTED for neglecting his dogs. Based on the information, it is said that he is now facing 3 counts of ASSAULT upon the Popo, cruelty to animal, and also aggravated ASSAULT, amongst other immigration charges. Now people, like me say, they are going to charge him for illegal re-entry. However, that is going to be the least of his problem. The fact that he conned up 3 Popo in Washington, D.C., which are the capital, you know that they are going to throw the book at him. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, if Jamaica is not the most controversial, corrupted, conflicting place on Master God Earth, then the election that was held on or about the 16th of February would prove that yes, it is. Sorry, not the 15th or the 16th, the 26th of February. First, we heard that it was confirmed the PNP win. Then we see Cliff Hughes come and change him stand, start backpedal and say, the JLP win. We saw that your Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his cumbullers came out and he make some sorts of victory speech. However, we see there's a new poll out, new result is out, and it is said that at the PNP win overall, people, is this confusing for you like it is for me? I would think so. However, we see Cliff Hughes, he make a prediction or gave a result, then him backpedal, and then him come back and him re-pedal or pedal the other way again. I want you to take a look at exactly what transpired at Nationwide News, and then I am going to give my piece.
Good. So, that's where we are.
Yes, it would seem that the PNP is on track for a good election win.
They can claim with the figures that they have won the local government elections.
They've bettered their tally coming in.
They have come out much better than they went in.
And they've secured the popular vote as well.
They have secured the popular votes, and based on the tally we have seen, they've also increased their hold on electoral divisions. Remember, there are 228 electoral divisions. They went in with 98, and they're hovering somewhere well in excess of 100 now.
I mean,
while the JLP has lost electoral divisions.
People will twiddle about those figures, suggesting that the JLP still technically has a majority of the actual councils, but there are victories and then there are victories.
The raw politics of it is that the PNP is stronger politically tonight, than they went in Monday morning. When you have control of the KSAMC, it is the most powerful local authority in the country. It is the most coveted prize, and they have that tonight.
Yes.
Not by virtue of the electoral divisions. As we have it, it's a 50-50 split. But the PNP will gain control because they have won the popular vote in the corporate area, the capital and its suburbs. No doubt about that. Yeah? And the JLP, it has come out with fewer corporations. It went in with 8. It's coming out with 7.
And fewer and less in the popular vote as well.
Less in the popular vote and less electoral divisions.
It seems fate has conspired to make your previous announcements accurate.
Fate?
Fate has conspired.
I don't know about fate. The truth is, when you are in a seat where you have seen this for so long, and you see the trends, and there was a trend, the point being really that we didn't have all the data at the time.
But now, you had your gut feeling.
Now, people, like me say, this is confusion at its highest heights. For those of you that have been watching all sorts of politics, have a side or a horse in the race. You might be confused, you might have been frustrated because you hear say this one win, then that one win, then this one lose, then that one win, vice versa. And now we are here something else. And we see that Mr. Cliff Hughes is backpedaling once again, saying that, me did kind of make a little error, but being I am so experienced in this field, I was following the trend. So therefore, me did DEAD wrong. And then me come back and now me kind of right, sort of right in some sorts of way, indirectly or directly, people. Me not really know what to say. Like me say, this is confusing. However, it seems as if the Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ for short, is facing criticism over its delivery of the results of Monday's local government election. So pretty much they are getting a bashing because they must say they might leave the country without a definitive winner. So therefore, them left people dazed and confused. One thing that we've realized in this election, that on top of the confusion is lawlessness, recklessness. We see some people lose them foot. We see some people drop off a bus up them head, DEAD. Little 15-year-old, same thing, I jump from one bus to the next. We see say all sorts of ballot box loss. We see say the people that are supposed to be monitoring the place was barred from doing so. A lot of controversy and drama. And even with PNP, may I talk about the man that said, listen, him not see nothing wrong with scamming. He has also got a bashing. And we see say, yours truly, Mr. Controversy, Mr. J's Mouth himself, Electoral Warrington, also made some sorts of posts in which he is saying, because his people lost their seat in the constituency in which him run, him has said, listen, no sorts of PNP can get my money, so even though the JLP lose, all of the money have to come through me. He is not acting as if it was public purse. So therefore, those two individuals also got a bashing the scammer person that is endorsing the scammer, and also Mr. Electoral Warrington that is claiming that the money belongs to him. It is not public purse. Him a the man, him still a run, even though them lose. So therefore, he is in contempt of democracy. We seen that he has since retracted and everybody apologized and I say, it was just a misunderstanding, RATTY, lele, blue, blah, blank. People call this welcome to Jamrock. We are pretty much FUCK, whether at the JLP or the PNP win. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.